Just between us, what was your first hip hop name?
Oh man. Oh man. My to be honest, my first rap name was it was Titty Boy.
Whoa.
Uh, I feel like every single song that I had go viral, it was just when I don't want to say I didn't care. I just let it happen. I don't want to get the name wrong, man. Y'all might have to help me. Uh to me, it looks like Johannesburg. Is that how you say it?
Johannesburg,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Jo-
all right, cool. I'm man, I feel so good. I got it. I thought I was gonna butcher it. Music drops this Friday, dropping 2 new songs. So I'm letting people. Nobody knows it's 2 songs, so y'all are the first to know. So I'm saying it exclusively here. But this Friday, new music.
This is Tommy M. This is the Smooth Misi. Welcome to Cap City Digital, man.
What's up, man? Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Yeah, we out here. It's about, it's 9 p.m. on our
yeah,
side.
yeah.
Where you at? What time is it that side?
Over here, almost about 2:23 in the afternoon PM. So yeah,
Yeah.
quite far behind where y'all is. I'm just getting my day started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still have your whole day ahead of you. I was gone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I still got a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, I guess y'all kind of winding down maybe after this a little bit.
Yeah.
You look great. Where
Yeah,
you going after here? You look like you headed somewhere after this interview.
yeah, man. I got quite a few other interviews and things planned. So yeah, just real busy day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Man, welcome to Cap City Digital. And it's quite an honor, bro, to be speaking with you. It's quite an honor, after the past few years. And
Mhm.
firstly, before anything else, let's start with who you are, and let's introduce you to this whole gang over this side. I'm pretty sure they know you already because you are an internet sensation. Then to those who don't know, there'll always be those who don't know. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
just introduce yourself. Who are you? Where are you from?
Yeah, well, man, I go by the name of Dear Silas. I'm a hip hop. I'm an MC, singer, rapper, writer, producer, artist. I'm from Mississippi. I'm from the South
Yeah,
of the United States, the deep country, as we like to call it. And yeah, man, I like to make art and music about what I'm going through in hopes that it'll help other people, get through the things they're going through, and I
yeah,
really just try my best to shine as much light on really loving yourself and loving the person that you are.
Awesome.
yeah.
That sounds amazing. What was the influence or the inspiration behind your name? Like what motivated you to, call yourself Dear Silas?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I mean, my government name, first name is Silas, but the Dear Silas kind of got added on because kind of just piggybacking off of what I just talked about as far as the type of music I make. And essentially when I make music, I'm definitely wanting to help motivate other people, but at the same time, I'm human. I need motivating too.
Yeah.
So really, I'm just writing stuff to get myself through situations and to help me out and then remind myself of who I am, and what I'm capable of. So I kind of look at it as me writing a letter to myself. So that's why I call myself Dear Silence.
That's
That's
interesting.
amazing. That's
Yeah,
deep
yeah,
and yeah,
it
it's
is. It
also
is
yeah, it's
kind of
dope as
deep.
well.
But let's track back a little bit. Let's track back a little bit to your journey. Let's start here.
Yeah.
Is your musical influence, or just you getting into music? Was there maybe a family influence, somebody from your family who did music, or your uncle, or where do you think you get that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to go to my dad. My dad was a musician. He was a saxophonist, and I would say he really worked hard at it, and he strived to be the best at anything that came to do with music. And I feel like he left that to me. And yeah, early on, we kind of had that conversation like, yeah, you got to do something music related if you're gonna be in this house. So, it started out with me playing piano and eventually evolved into me playing trumpet. And, and then I got introduced to hip hop. And yeah, so definitely, my dad, my mom, everybody in my family plays something, my sister, but definitely, yeah, my dad is my influence when it comes to, me starting and getting into the music scene.
Yeah, yeah. And which type of genre would you say you started with?
I would say, I mean, probably classical, on piano,
Yeah,
but when I moved to trumpet, more
yeah. So
jazz, bebop infused music. Even in college, I was a jazz major, and so in really jazz just kind of is like the liaison to hip hop.
yeah,
They both work so well together, so it's just a natural transition for me to go from that to right over to rapping. But yeah.
All
yeah.
right, that's cool. You spoke of university. Where exactly did you study and what were you studying?
Yeah, I studied at the University of Louisiana, in Monroe, and I studied jazz performance.
That's
Amazing.
dope. That's
Amazing.
dope. Which means you might be quite familiar with some South African acts, your Hugh Masikelas, your maybe Ladysmith, Black Mambazo, those people who are
Oh yeah, definitely the last one, yeah,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I'm a big jazz fan, but also just really, man, I love all genres of music. I mean, as long as it sounds good and it feel good in here,
Mhm.
I'm drawn to it. So I'm really like I'm not really nailed down to any genre in particular. And I'm in love with music, period.
So now in today's time, how many instruments can you play? Like, wow.
Really, trumpet is just my main thing. Trumpet, I mean, anything brass, I could probably pick it up and figure it out. But I'm really a trumpet player. I just got a guitar recently, so I'm gonna start working on trying to get good at that and implement it into what I do.
Yeah. And I want to know because for the transition from jazz and classical music over to the switch to hip hop, how does that happen?
Yeah, man, it just when you start just the world and you start seeing like all these artists out there, you get influenced. I
Yeah,
remember like some of my favorite rappers, just seeing them. Like, I think I want to say maybe I might be wrong, but the first person that I saw, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing, was Busta Rhymes.
yeah,
And I was like, man, like just his delivery, how animated he was, his visuals, all of that really inspired me. And then it just transitioned over to other people, like obviously like Kanye West, Ludacris, Outkast, Big Boy, Andre 3000. Those were very, very huge, influences on me, transitioning
yeah.
into the realm and the scene of hip hop.
And what I always like to ask, do you remember your first song, the first song that you made, the first hip hop song that you made?
Yeah, I do. It was I remember like back in the day, man. So I had this old computer and a microphone that would plug up into the back of the modem, and I didn't have like a recording software. So what I would do is I would play like instrumentals. It was this rapper named Lil Flip, and he had this song called "This Is the Way We Ball," and I would play the instrumental, and then it was this thing on Windows called Sound Recorder. So I would hit record on sound on the program, and I would put the mic up to the speaker, and I would rap up to the speaker so I can get all the sound and just make it into one track. So I
Yeah,
was just like doing stuff back like that back in the day before I ever got like a real piece of equipment, and I would burn them the CDs and take them to school, and pass them out to everybody, like my own little mixtapes. But I was just really rapping on like instrumentals from other bigger artists.
amazing.
Yeah.
Just between us, what was your first hip hop name?
Oh man.
Good question.
uh
Good question there.
man. To be honest, my first rap name was Titty Boy.
Whoa,
Uh,
what you taking that
I
one?
changed it though, because like that was also Two Chains. That was his rap name. And I didn't know it, at the time. And I was like, I can't go by that. And I switched it to something else, which still wasn't, Dear Silas. But yeah, that was my first rap name.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
great.
And I feel a lot of poetry in your delivery, a lot of poetry in your writing. Do you normally write poems, or were you part of a poetic squad, or?
No, I wasn't. But I mean, like poetry and hip hop, they go hand in hand. It's just I just look at it as, hip hop being a more probably a more organized form of poetry. I feel like poetry is just a more abstract version of hip hop.
Yeah,
So, but at the end of the day, I think it's all still poetry. But yeah, me, as far as I've never like just written like or been a part of like a poem you know, group or anything like that. But I feel like they're all kind of in the same realm. They live in the same family.
yeah.
So having said that, what's your process like when you are making new music? Are you a writer? Are you a freestyler? How do you, do that?
So normally, when I write my music, I'm really big on like the cadence of it, like the delivery, how the flow is going to intersect with the music is itself. I feel like as an artist, you can't clash with the music. Like you have to become one with the track. You got to complement each other. And I'm really, really big on like just making sure like I kind of fit into the space of what's going on in the music, and I'm not bothering anything, but I'm just adding more to what's already there. So I probably usually just start off with just probably a mumble or a hum or something, just trying to figure out how I want it to sound. And I mean, I'm kind of both, sometimes I write, sometimes I freestyle, but as of lately, I've been only just freestyling. Like my last project I just dropped was all just freestyle. Um, and just because I definitely like not to say I won't ever write a song again, but I wanted to learn to lean in and trust myself a little bit more, because sometimes when you write, you get into this trap of you write something, you be like, oh, is this good enough? Maybe I can write something better. And when in reality, the stuff you wrote in the first place is probably already good. So right now I'm just freestyling. I'm just saying, man, like whatever comes, I'm gonna just let that breathe and I'm gonna be okay with that.
Dope.
So
Amazing.
And I have to say, because I first started following you with that Dexter's, when the meme, when it blew up,
yeah,
it definitely hit the whole world. And obviously it
yeah.
got over to us in SA as well. So, I got to know you from there, started following you. And how was it firstly? Well, was that your first viral song?
It wasn't my first viral song. It's definitely one of the biggest, but it wasn't my first viral moment. I actually had a couple of more records, but probably more notable, the one that was viral right before Skirt Skirt, which is the record you were just talking about.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
called Gullah Gullah Island, and that one went super viral. So
yeah,
when Skirt Skirt happened, I guess I would say I was just a little bit more prepared for like what that looks like when something goes viral, and just really trying to make sure, it's great to have a viral moment, but just to make sure you can capitalize on the viral moment and take it further than it just being a viral moment.
yeah.
Well, you sound pretty, experienced in having viral moments.
Viral moments.
What's
Yeah.
your trick? And I know now you are an independent artist, but where did you then, acquire the experience to kind of know what to do to, build traction, on your music and to make it viral?
Yeah, I just noticed with um all my viral moments, like most of the records that went viral came from me not overthinking and
Yeah.
me just having fun with the record, and me just like I can't sit up here and lie and say I have never tried to be calculated with making a record, and I feel like when I went at it like that, when I said, man, okay, this is what I have to do, and I have to make it like this, and it's got to sound like that, and it's got to be this certain length, they were great records, but they didn't just explode like that. And I feel like every single song that I've had go viral, it was just when I don't want to say I didn't care. I just let it happen. I went in and made the music. I made it without an agenda. I just made it just to make it. And I said, I like this, and maybe somebody else will like it, and they happen to like it. And I feel like if there was any sort of answer to that, it was just to, man, just really just do what you want to do, and don't look at it very formulaic. Don't make it according to what's going on around you or what's hot right now. Just make what you want to make, because people can tell what's authentic and what's not authentic.
Yeah.
You know, they can see through it. Even with the record you were talking about, like Skr Skr, um, I was still working at the Apple store at that time, and that record just came from me. Like my coworker, he put on the beat, he made it, and I just started freestyling. We were just having fun. It was never meant to be a song.
Yeah.
And what happened was, like I was freestyling, and everybody was coming in the room and they were singing it with me, and and then we just had a good time. And I left work, and that was it. I came back to work the next day. One of my coworkers, she hadn't even noticed that I came into the store.
Yeah.
She was still humming the song in her head, and I said, you know what? I should make it a song. You know what I'm saying? Because it stuck with her. So I know if it stuck with her, it's been 24 hours later, and she's still singing this song. And that's how that record came. So it's like all my big moments and big records, they just came from just very, very organic moments, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course the big one, that crossed over, to Celebrityville, and it made chaos, everybody was just on a good vibe. I'm stressing today.
Stressing it on.
It was
And the remix as well. And the remix as well.
yeah. Tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about that. Firstly, the process of doing that. Why did you do that, and the story behind that?
Yeah, and it is. I'm glad you asked that. It's a great follow-up question, because it's just more the same. I ain't stressing today. Literally came because I was stressing in real life. I was dealing with just a lot of things, like really comparing myself a lot to other people, and looking at my success versus another person's success, and just like,
Yeah.
measuring,
Yeah.
where I was versus where that person, even though you never know what a person's real life looks like, because I'm looking via social media, and we all know, like, that can be smoke and mirrors, because people can show you exactly what they want you to see, and that doesn't necessarily always mean that's exactly how it is. But
Mm.
yeah, I was stressing one day, and I just I decided, I was watching this. I was on Twitter, and I saw this old clip from a show called Soul Train, and Jermaine Dupri, DeBrat, and Chris Cross. They were performing on this show, and they had this song "To Live and Die for Hip Hop," and they were just. I just remember them. They were just bouncing. And
Yeah.
I remember seeing them,
Yeah.
like, I mean, they bounced for like 30 seconds straight, not even performing, not even rapping, just
Yeah.
just bouncing. And I remember watching it, and I was like, it made me forget about all the things I was stressing about. It just put me in this trance. And so I said, you know what? I want to do that. I went outside, I found like the song or the instrumental,
Yeah.
and I just bounced to it, and I put the video out. And
Yeah.
it was just because I remember putting the video out, and the caption was like, if you're feeling bad today, just watch this. It's gonna make you feel good, because that's what it did for me. And that went viral. No
Yeah.
words, just bouncing. And then eventually, it came a time where people were like, why don't you rap to this? And I was like, okay. So I just did a quick freestyle, like, like maybe like the first couple of bars of the song was freestyle. And it was like maybe like 20 seconds, and I dropped it, and then it went viral. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, now I got to go make a real, I never, it was never supposed to be a song. Never supposed to be a song. So I hit up my homie, the same guy that produced the last record, Skr Skr, and we
Yeah.
sat down together, and we got the sample together, and we made our own version using that sample. And I put the song out like a week later, and the rest is history.
Man.
Amazing. Now you spoke of your producer. Who exactly is your producer, and how long you guys been working together now?
Yeah, his name is Flywalker. I've been working with him really since Skr Skr. So that record, so probably maybe 2018, I think 2018, 19. And so he's produced on like two of my biggest songs, and
Yeah.
he also produced on this last EP I just dropped too. So yeah, we had a really, really tight knit relationship. We made like a ton of records together. And
Yeah.
yeah, he's dope.
And do you
Yeah.
guys have to be physically in the same place, or do you all work from, your own spaces?
Both, like when we made I Ain't Stressing Today, like I was physically there. We sat down and, laid down everything together. And then for sometimes he'll just send me something. And if I'm vibing with it right there, I go ahead and, knock out the record. So a little bit of both.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we know that you're an independent artist now, but you had a stint with RCA Sony. What was your experience? What did you take from that experience as well?
And being under a label.
Yeah. What was that?
Um, the biggest experience I take from being on a label is just to trust your instincts, to trust yourself. I feel like when I got under the umbrella of a major label, I started to lose trust in myself. And because it's like in a sense, you kind of feel like this small ant, amongst like this whole ant bed, and it's a whole world, and you feel like this little. And so I started to think to myself, like, man, like I don't know if what I'm doing is enough. Maybe I should let them make all the decisions for me.
Yeah,
And but forgetting that, the reason why you even got into this deal is because of what you were doing and the decisions that you were making before. So, it was a great experience because it taught me a lot of things about myself. And it also just taught me to trust myself and to be more confident in my own ability. And I think like what I take from that is just to really just know, what I'm capable of, and just to be strong in my decision making. So I'm super grateful for it because um it's crazy. Like, that was a great situation I was in, but just taking what I learned from it and what I learned about myself, I was able to create even bigger moments outside of that situation than I was able to inside of it.
yeah,
Dope.
yeah. And I mean, true. And now you're working on Red. Please let me know. Firstly, the first thing that riddled my mind. Why only 4 tracks?
So I kind of feel like in this age, man, music comes out a lot, man. It's like I'm telling, it's like, I mean, it's like 50 projects dropping every single Friday. And I really wanted to focus on like quality over quantity this time. And I really, because especially how the social media age works, I wanted to make sure I could put out some music and I can really work every one of those tracks. Like I can create content for each one of them and really devote some time and effort into promoting all of them, because too often in this day and age, musicians, they put out music and they talk about it for like a week or so and then they give up on it. And I Ain't Stressing Today just really taught me, you know, to not give up on a song, because, it doesn't matter if 50 million people, heard it. It's still another 50 million people that haven't heard it. Kind of like when you said when we got on the interview, it's like I'm sure a lot of people know you, but it's always somebody that doesn't know you. So you have to go at it like that. And with that song, even though it went viral, like those first two times I told you, it went like those were like a year and a half away from it going the viral that it did with all the celebrities. Like I Ain't Stressing Today went viral like 4 or 5 times, but a different level each time. And I can't imagine that it would have done that had I just stopped after the first time it went viral, stopped after the second time it went viral instead of keep going. And also me just dropping, maybe just 4 tracks at a time, I feel like it gives me enough time to, like I said, promote those songs. But it makes me even hungry to like, okay, now I want to give y'all some more music even sooner. Cause normally I would drop a project and I probably won't drop nothing for like 2 years. But now I'm like, yeah, like I got new music coming out this Friday.
No,
So
so
Amazing.
now is it
yeah.
is it gonna be just an extension of on Red or
Man, no, so it's actually it's like a small 2 song like package. And it's a completely different entity on its own. But yeah, and I got that coming out this Friday, and also more down the line. So I feel like honestly I'll be dropping all this year.
Awesome. Speaking of, all that's coming up, let's
yeah?
go a bit back. You were out in Europe, you did a tour in Europe, you were in France. How was that?
Oh, that was dope, man. Like we went all over France.
Oh,
And it was really, really cool just to experience the different cities and the different energies, different types of crowds. I was on tour with supporting of a jazz musician named Ibrahim Malouf. And yeah, it was really, really dope. I think the only thing I missed was probably like just having the food back at home.
Oh,
But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It was a dope experience, man. Like, I'm should be going back really, really soon. But
and
yeah.
what's your so when you were that side, were you more on like the jazz music, or were you also heading into like the hip hop? Were you, or was it mainly just for jazz?
Well, no, no. So I was doing, yeah, straight hip hop, and I always incorporate my horn in my live shows anyway. So, I play horn, I play trumpet in my show. So it's kind of infused. But yeah, definitely. No, I took the 100% hip hop over to Paris, man. They were rocking with it. So it was cool.
so what's your next tour? What's your next tour?
Right now, I'm not sure about the next tour, but we are definitely building out more dates. Hopefully I can come to Africa. You know what I'm saying? That'd be cool. I would definitely be down for it. But right now, yeah, we're just kind of touring or hitting spot dates in the US. We'll be going to Atlanta, Georgia on May 17th, and we'll be heading over to Dallas, Texas on June 6th, and then hopefully after that we'll be in Washington D.C. So we just kind of going around the U.S. right now, certain spots.
And just let us know because we know that the African sound, Afrobeats, Amapiano, these sounds are everywhere. You know, would you be interested in adding some Amapiano, Afrobeat flavor?
I mean, yeah, if it makes sense for me, and what I got going on, like I definitely don't ever want to just like force force anything and just do it just because. But if I heard the right song or if I put together something that sounded good for Dear Silas and what I'm doing, definitely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love Afrobeats. I love that sound, man. Just you can't sit still when it come on. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up and move.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, do you have any notable collaborations that you'd like to, get on your sheet? Any more people that you like to work with?
Yeah, man. It's a lot of people I like to work with. Um, I'm trying to think of some off top right now. Like I'll just stick to like people like who are like I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I want to be careful about that. I just say
Take
I
your
would
time.
love to work with this. There's a guy named Amine. He's really, really dope. I would like to work with him. I like to work with Masego.
Um,
He's really, really dope.
Yeah.
Um, I like to work with um I like to work with Burna Boy. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. You feel?
Yeah.
um yeah, man, Chance the Rapper is really, really cool. But yeah, I mean it's a lot of people. But yeah, definitely those are a few.
Anybody who's positive, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta watch the energy
Yeah.
you keep around you, man. You don't want to let that like seep into who you are because it'll change you too. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
and who are you listening, like apart from yourself, because I'm pretty sure you listen to a lot of yourself. Who are you listening to right now that you're like thinking to yourself, okay, I wasn't expecting this, but this is dope. Who's just got your playlist,
That's a good question. I might have to just pull up my uh oh, okay. I know. People I'm listening to right now, dope artist named Smino. He's dope. Artist named Tierra Whack. She's dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
No Name. She's dope. And there was one. I mean, I listen to Tyler the Creator is just super, super dope to me. Just like he got it, the whole spectrum, you know what I'm saying? From fashion, the art, to music, to the visuals, everything. So I really respect what he's doing. But yeah.
Yeah.
shout out to you, man.
Bro, and speaking about positive energy, and I can honestly feel the positivity from the EP, you know. Um, just quickly, what is the story of On Red?
So on red, in a nutshell, it just really means just to focus on yourself and block out all outside distractions. Not to compare yourself, only competition you have should be you. You should only work on being a better version of yourself every day, just being better than you were yesterday. And yeah, and just leaving people on, on red is like texting with an iPhone. Like if you see a message come through and you read it, but I don't have time to respond to that right now. There's no hard feelings,
Yeah.
but I can't be distracted. I got like a mission that I'm on right now, and I'll get back with you when I can, and hopefully you understand. And if you don't, I'm sorry, but I got some things to take care of right now. So it's just really a self journey about, not being distracted and really focusing on yourself.
Beautiful.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Now, we need to get to, wrapping this interview up very soon, but we need to get to where do your new, supporters, your listeners, where do they get to listen to your music and to follow you just to get your feed direct from you?
Yeah, so you can, man, my music is always going to be available on every streaming platform. I'm not sure, are there any particular platforms that y'all use over there and for streaming?
We have
Yeah, okay.
Everything.
So yeah, everything cool, cool. I just know some certain places like it's more popular ones than others, but yeah, it's everywhere. Anywhere you can think of music, I'm always make sure it's there. So all you gotta do is just search Dear Silas, and I should pop up, or you can go to my website, which is www.dear-silas.com. And I got my merchandise there. I got all my music. We have vinyls now that are available for pre-order for my last album is Giving Self Love. So yeah.
That's amazing, man. So
Yeah, bro.
you've really learned a lot from, the whole record label and, incorporating that, into you as an independent artist. What's your team like? Do you have a team that, helps you stay on top of your game? And, how big is your team?
Yeah.
How do you guys make it work?
Yeah, definitely got a team. I mean, I got obviously I got my manager slash my wife. So she handles like a lot of things for me in my day to day.
Shout out to you.
Um yeah, man. Her name is Cookie, and then you got I got a team of videographers, that help me just keep everything looking good. Then we got the legal team as well, so yeah, that's just kind of the collection of people we have, we got, videographers and creatives, management. Also we got people who on the team just to promote, so yeah, that's kind of like, our little village, people who help, to keep their Silas, keep the brand moving forward.
And that's
That's
dope.
dope.
That's
That's
dope.
pretty amazing.
Especially the videography things that you've been running.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff on social media.
Thank
And all right, think about it. We're about to introduce you to Africa, to South Africa. People on this side, which song would you want to play for them? Some newly found followers, which song would you like to introduce yourself with?
I'll say this record because when I look at the streams and where a lot of them are coming from, there are a lot of them. I don't want to get the name wrong, man. Y'all might have to help me. Uh, to me, it looks like Johannesburg. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Johannesburg, yeah.
Okay,
Jo-
all right, cool. I'm man. I feel so good. I got it. I thought I was gonna butcher it, but yeah, cool. But yeah, man. Shout out to Johannesburg, man. They are streaming it the shit out of this song I got called Ocean View. So yeah, like I'm getting a lot of support in that area. So I would say Ocean View because it seems to be, doing really, really well over in that area. So yeah.
All right. We'll let you introduce the song to the people the best
Yeah.
way that you can because you made it and you know the essence of the song. So it's best that you introduce the song. Are you ready?
Yeah, for sure. So man, look, What's up? It's me, Dear Silas. I want to introduce my song to you. It's called Ocean View. If you need any reassurance on who you are and just knowing that it's okay to say no sometimes, you don't have to say yes to every single thing and putting yourself first, then this is the record for you. It's called Ocean View from my latest EP on Red. Give it a listen. Check it out.
Thank you so much, dear Silas. So much positivity, man. I think you have
Positive
great
vibe.
energy, man. We just love your energy. And yeah, you
Yeah.
should definitely make sure you get your way down in South Africa soon, Johannesburg, Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's see what the numbers will look like. Let's see.
Yeah. I would love to do that. Love to do that.
All right.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Social media. Where do we get you in social media, man? Where can we
Oh,
follow?
yeah. Thankfully, my name is the same on every social media platform. It's Dear Silas, so it's DearSilas. So Dear Silas, that's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, every streaming platform, you name it, or you want to Google it. Dear Silas will come up. My Wikipedia is there. Anything you need to know about me is there. So yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you, bro, for the time, and have yourself a wonderful day. And just greet your wife as well. Thank her for the time because she's the one who set this up. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, we'll be dancing all the way. I'm stressing today, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Thank you
for
so
sure,
much.
man. Thank y'all for having me. New music drops this Friday, dropping 2 new songs. So I'm letting people, nobody knows it's 2 songs, so y'all are the first to know. So I'm saying it exclusively here, but this Friday, new music. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Okay, now Friday, new music. We're gonna be on, so hopefully we can hype that up a bit, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon on that side. And we'll see you
Cool.
soon. We'll catch up again very soon. We'll, just touch base.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, bro.
Have a good night.
Peace. All right.
Yeah, I've been on 10, I need to vent. Too many no's in front of my lens. I need to repent. Don't need no new friends, cause I'm trying to win. Don't care who I offend. All I'm trying to say is if you know what it ain't, then you know what it is.